Why is it right, Des? Can you explain it to me? Why is it
Oh,
so
there we go.
goddamn hard for me just to try and organise a flight for my father from the other side of the world? It is
What do you mean?
ridiculous.
How is it hard?
It's just. You can't do it on this website. You're gonna have to transfer you over to the UK version. All right, great.
What? Wait. Why?
Why? Because I want to book the flight for him to come here. And
Yes, you should be able to do that from
yeah,
any side.
yeah, and I can. But then it says, "Oh no, you're on the New Zealand site. We need to put you on the English one because it's like." So it's like fine. So you click through, and then he goes, "Oh, what's the details?" I've just entered everything. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Dorks down under. So
Where's he coming from? Manchester?
I'm looking from London because it looks like if I book, I can't fly out of Manchester internationally, and Glasgow. It looks like they stick an extra £500 on just for the privilege of going to Glasgow. So I'm
When's he
like,
coming?
I want to book him in for the beginning of the year. I want to book him in for the beginning of the year. Basically, with me going into my new job, I have no, and obviously I have zero holiday left after the grand tour. So
I was going to say
I
it's 6 weeks.
and obviously summer holidays is coming up, isn't it? So yeah. So basically, I said to Dad because my dad wants to come back out, and he said, "Oh, I want to come out for like the good weather," and I went. Dad, it's not guaranteed, as we know. When you came out for your last holiday, it was a shocker. We only had like one good week out of the month and a bit he was with us. But I said to him, I literally said, Ellie mentioned it the other day, saying, actually, couldn't he help out if we ask him nicely? Wouldn't he help out with all the summer holidays? And I'm like, that's a really good idea. That's going to save us an extortionate amount of money that we'd have to pay for holiday clubs. So yeah, so I literally asked him. I said, "Look, would you be all right if we flew you out a bit earlier than planned, so you can actually help out with Edward in the school holidays?" He went, "Yeah, absolutely, fine, or whatever." I said, I know I'm getting free bed and board, so consider that payment enough." And I went, "Great, fab, awesome." So
That
he said,
works.
you book the flight, and then I'll square you the money, and we'll go from there. I went, perfect. So yeah, But the problem is that now I'm looking at flights from left, right, and centre. I'm actually, honestly, I'm gonna message my good mate Stevie, who we've talked about on the channel before. He was a former trolley dolly. I'm gonna say, Stevie, find me a flight, please. I'm getting annoyed from this end of the world.
Just
Find
go
me.
on to. I won't lie. The best site that I've found is called Skyscanner,
That
and there is a .com, there is a .net, and I
yeah.
tend to find that that's
The
where I get the best deals
the
always.
issue I have with Skyscanner, the one issue, in fact, well, hang on, before we get to that, hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 32, season 2 of Dogs Down Under. I am Jordan, and joined with me is my co-host Dez over in Australia. This is Dogs Down Under. This is the podcast where we discuss random stuff with our week or anything of a geekly nature. I know Des did want me to discuss One Piece live action show.
He hasn't done shit.
I've watched the first 5 minutes. That's all I got before getting distracted by something else. I will get to it for next week, and I have to because it's all over my TikTok feed about how good it is. So now I'm obligated to look at this stupid live action series.
I had to smash out like 3 seasons in like friggin' a week and a half.
The humanity of it. You watched the
and
first 2 episodes and went, "Oh my god, this show's immense." And I went, "Yes, I know." So don't even come at me.
You haven't even done that in a whole week, mate. You've watched.
I've been busy. Been busy. Do you understand?
I'm just saying there does seem to be a lean of if we had to put a number on the friendship, somebody is doing a lot better.
Excuse me? Oh, right. Oh, brother. Brother, we're going to have words. Do you understand me?
I'm not winding him up.
Oh,
and it's not hard, too. It's great.
Yeah, not today, brother. Not today. But anyway, so for those of you who are listening, we are available as a vidcast on YouTube and Spotify. We're also available on all other podcast platforms. If we're not, please let us know on our socials. We have a Twitter and TikTok at Dogs Down Under. You can follow us, let us know, and we will get ourselves onto the platform of your preferred choice. We are available pretty much across the board, though. I'm pretty sure we are hitting at least 90% of all the different platforms, but it's all sweet and good. So yes. So anyway, where was I? Skyscanner, right? The only issue I have with Skyscanner, right? Yes, I agree. It's good because you can find good deals, but the amount of times that here's this deal. All right, great, fab. This is what I want, and you go through and you click that. Oh, do you want this? Do you want a meal on the flight? It's like yes, of course we want a meal on the flight. All right. Oh well, that's going to add it up to this now, and then this, and then this. Oh,
Oh,
do you
it
want
doesn't.
luggage? This, and suddenly by the time you had stuff on, it's like I would have got
Really?
cheap.
I've never ever had that ever.
I think it's long hauls, like long hauls. They're not they that or the deal that they give you. You suddenly go through, and then by the time they stuck the airport tax on, it's like, oh, hang on, it's
No,
nowhere
no, no.
near
They
that.
changed that. They
Oh, did
changed
they?
that.
Did they?
Yeah, the Australian one, you're not allowed to do that because when you go on
Oh,
the skyscanner.com.au, like I literally looked from London to New Zealand return, and it came up as about it was like $2,300.
okay. All right, I might
Depending, oh no, sorry, $2,400,
24.
and
Okay.
and you can go like there's a whole heap of them, but yeah, no, it didn't say anywhere that it said
Okay, I'll have to
that,
look.
and you can pick your durations and stuff, and yeah, no,
Oh,
because every time I've flown, I like originally I used to go to a real estate, a travel agent,
mm,
and then pretty much I worked out that they're pretty much just using a system very similar to this. And then what it does is obviously based on so for anybody that hasn't used Skyscanner, you type in where you want and it comes up, and you can go the cheapest, you can go by the shortest. If you know that the average flight is between 20 and 25 hours, you can actually set that time frame. And then what it does is because there are ones here where it says you have two stopovers, and one of them could be stopped over for like 5 days. So you can actually set a time. You can go via the cheapest. Normally, it actually
mm,
shows you the better ones as they come up. And then it also has the best one. So you can actually click on the best one. So according to this, the best one is $251. Sorry, $2,551, which takes 31. There's one stopover, and it
mm.
is with. Who's it with? Oh, China Eastern. Maybe not that one.
Okay.
But the good thing is what you can
China.
actually.
Yeah. No, I'm about to say I'm gonna have to have a. I'll have a look. Obviously, if they've changed the thing. But last time I used it, the amount of times that I would go through, I'd find the deal I want, and then it's no longer available or some shit like that, and it used to wind me up. So I avoided using Skyscanner for a long time. So maybe it's actually gone improved.
Yeah, no, I've used
Yeah.
it for everything.
But to be fair, I know that Air New Zealand. I mean, so far the best one I found. Air New Zealand have a sale on at the moment, and that's the best one I found so far. So
Oh,
I'm about to say I might have to. I might just be sticking with them possibly. But anyway.
yeah.
Aye, but yes, well, no. Oh, my good news on the damaged case front.
Hey, what?
Oh, did I not mention that our case got damaged by Virgin?
Oh, no.
Yeah, when we were so on our way back, so from London to San Fran, we
Hmm.
went and got obviously once we got through the queue for the Ester, because
Yeah.
obviously you have to have a little piece of paper that says yes, I need a visa to transit through your country. I'm not even leaving the
Yeah.
goddamn airport. It's ridiculous. But anyway, the what happened is we went and picked up the bag, and the bag was damaged. There's like its side had come off. Luckily, the inner bag bit
Yeah.
was still all sealed. So I was like, right, great. But we saw the bag service people, and he was like, "Oh, is this your final destination?" We went, "No, we're carrying on to the next one, and we're going to Auckland." He went, "Right, you've got to obviously take photos now and do all this, but when you land at Auckland, you've got to report it to them, and because obviously it's if we could do it now, but if it gets more damaged." At least then it conflicts with the two. It might conflict with the two claims and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it's a bit weird that you're not going to document anything now, but I thought, all right, it's not my system. I'm gonna stand back. I'm a passenger. I'm not a quality manager. I'm not gonna say anything. Just this.
It does seem weird too, though, because then it looks like then what's going to happen is New Zealand Airlines or whoever the last flight's going to be with, they're at fault. So it's like, now you've got to fix it.
Yes, pretty much that what happened. We landed at baggage services in Auckland. We got a driver picking us up, but we said, "Oh, sorry, we just got about one of our baggage sandwiches at bag services." She went, "Yeah, no worries. I'm sat down having a coffee." But so we get to the thing. She said, "Oh, which flight did you come in on?" I said, "Oh, we came in via this one." She said, "Oh, I can't find your booking." I said, "Yeah, we originally won Virgin Atlantic. We were booked through that." And she said, "Oh, why didn't Virgin Atlantic sort it at San Francisco?" And I went, "Because they told me I had to sort it here." And she's like, "Well, no, they shouldn't have told you that." I said, "Oh, God's sakes." I said, "Right, can I have any form of report from you to say that this is what you've told me so then I can shout at Virgin Atlantic, please?" Yes, I can give you that. Gave me that. I literally said, I sent the documentation in. Here's the thing. They try to say, oh well, technically it's been 7 days since the flight, i.e., the flight that we took out of the UK. Bear in mind, I lose 2 days in the air, so technically I only had 5 days, and I'm like, no, that's absolute bullshit. No,
Wow.
absolutely not. But the guy said, "Oh, as a thing of good
As a sign
goodwill,
of good faith,
as a
because pretty
sign of
much we
good
know we're
faith,
in the
and
wrong.
because we can see the damage and we see this report you've gotten from Air New Zealand, we will happily cover the cost of the bag minus depreciation." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine," sort of thing. So I'm
You know what
getting,
it sounds like? It
yeah.
sounds like, as a sign of good faith. In other words, we tried to screw you over, but you didn't buy
But
it.
but
So now we better do
yeah,
it.
pretty much. I mean, it's hilarious. I've now worked now that had a little bit of background in insurance. I just know what words to use, and I feel like that any claims handler goes, "Oh crap, this guy works in insurance," and they just know, man. So I was just like, "Yeah." But anyway, we're getting some freebie money back. And I said to her,
That's all right.
I said to her, "What do you want to do? Do you want to replace the bag?" She went, "Do we need to? We've got 15 other bags." I went, "Yeah, I know," because this was one of the extra bags we bought when we moved here, sort of thing. Like
Oh,
we went
so
down
it's
to
so it
Matawan.
probably wasn't.
Yeah, because we got
Yeah, so it
because
wasn't one of the better quality ones, was
oh
it?
no, it was a decent bag. It was a decent bag,
Oh,
and I tell you what, it went
okay,
round the
right.
entire of the UK with us. It put in hard graft that case. It did very
Hmm.
well, but yeah, it was just but it was like a medium sized one. This was the one that we fitted inside one of the bigger ones as we took it, sort of thing. So
Oh,
yeah, so we were very smart. Although we wish we took just 3 massive bags going out
yeah.
because we were like, we wanted to get this and this and this and a couple more of them, and it would have been like we should have just brought the 3 big cases. But oh well.
Just buy everything. In other words.
Pretty much. Oh, honest to God, we've already said that. We've already said that if we end up finding about by any of our friends or family members or cousins or whatever that they're going to move to Australia or even New Zealand and they're getting a container, we're going to find out how much of the container they're buying and we'll buy the rest. and
Oh
then
yeah, no, you
and
said
then
that last
and
week.
then me and
I think it
Elle are
was.
running out to one of us is running out to England and going on a massive shopping spree and filling up the rest of the container. That's our
Is it
plan.
that cheap, or is it just that it's you
It
like the
wasn't
stuff?
that if stuff was cheap, it was that you can't find certain bits that you would like. As I said, there was this beautiful, like it was like a trunk like designed for putting blankets and stuff
Oh yeah,
in,
yeah, that's
and it
right.
could be used as a coffee table, and we both loved it. And it's like, God damn it, you can't find anything like this. I mean,
How
I
much do you reckon
assume.
it'd be to ship here though?
Hmm? Oh
Or
no,
is it is
no,
it
you can't get it. You couldn't get it shipped or anything like that. That was the other thing. So it would have been an absolute nightmare to ship that. I mean, we could have stuffed stuff inside and got it shipped out as a thing, but it would have. I wouldn't have trusted it getting here in one piece, especially with air
yeah?
freight sort of thing. So I was just like, you know what? We'll keep our eyes open for anyone who's doing a big, anyone who's doing a movie there to the Southern Hemisphere. Because getting it shipped from Australia is still a risk, but it's not as much of a risk as halfway around the world. So, but yeah,
I don't know. Australia
either.
Post aren't the best. So
Either by. But anyway, so, speaking of Australia Post, did you get my
yes,
package? You got my package?
I did finally. I was freaking out because I don't know why, but I get sent a lot of stuff because of the website.
Mm-hmm.
And I always ask for tracking because Australia Post is horrible. Or what they do is they use some third party,
Yeah.
average at best,
Average.
average at best fucking courier that, like, so for example, so I live in a townhouse. There's 8 townhouses. I'm at the last one, and there's a massive like sort of thingo. There's a gate at one end that they isn't locked. It's constantly open, and the main reason for that though is the lock they've put on it. They had 8 keys.
Yeah.
Over the years, those 8 keys have gone missing. So to the point where they can't get it, and because it's a specialty lock,
Yeah.
and it was
It's cheaper to leave it open than it is to try and get things replaced.
Well, so I spoke to the real estate agent. I said, "Oh, listen, the door's closed. What is it?" They're like, "You're gonna have to try to go in through your garage, go back, open it, and do it." And I was like, "Why is that?" And supposedly, what it is that it's a specialty lock that's like a security lock. So you actually need to have like, I don't know if you've ever worked in a place like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever worked in a place where they've got specialty keys that are specially made for that particular lock,
Yeah.
and you have to have written confirmation. The problem is, though, is the only person that can do it is the builder that built the house,
Oh.
which was about 7 years ago, I think it is.
Yeah.
The problem with that too, though, is the gentleman that built the house, that bought the locks, passed away during COVID.
Yeah.
So we can't actually get locks. So we have to pin it open. So literally all they have to do is walk down. The only people that do it seem to be Amazon. Amazon, I mean, as much as I love giving crap to Daddy Bezos, his service is exceptional. And he does seem to actually deliver, which is the weirdest thing. But yeah, when we get these fucking courier services, it kills my soul because it's too hard for them to walk up and I'll either A, not receive anything, or B, I've had 3 things returned because they haven't left anything to let me know they're here. And then they've just gone, oh, no, we tried twice. You haven't called us to pick it up. So I was all excited when your one actually came, which was the most bizarre thing because I got a notification in my email saying, you have something to pick up at Pascoe Vale post office. And I was like, perfect. I don't know what it is, but let's have a look. And then about half an hour later, I get one saying package and the tracking number that ended in NZ, so I'm guessing it came from Jordan, has just been allowed into the country, should be there the middle of October. Okay. And I'm like, what?
Huh?
So I'm like, okay, so it must not be Jordan's. I must have to wait for Jordan's for another couple of weeks. I get there, sure enough, the package is there. Now all of a sudden I've had Australia Post reach out to me because their package got lost. And with the number of times they've screwed me over, I'm really tempted to just say to Jordan, just claim it, mate.
Oh, honestly, God, yeah, it's more time and effort to try and claim it. It really would be, honestly. But anyway,
yeah, I know. So.
You've got it. We're gonna have to open it. Come on.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna try to hold it up without doxing both of us. That's what it is. Yep. I'm trying to put my hand over it.
Yeah. That's all good.
you can feel that there's obviously some kind of t-shirt or something in there. Got Daddy Bezos' knife too. This thing here, mate. I can find it. Amazon Basics. Little knife.
I've got one that's
take
like
the blade out
yeah.
and replace it.
Yeah,
I've got like $9.
Yeah, I've got. It's not like that. Mine's a bit more adept. Mine's an engineering one. It's really sweet.
Yeah, but can you also do this?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I love it, bro.
That's all right. That's pretty much all I've got.
It's in the mine's in the garage at the moment because I've been building a pizza oven today. That's what I've done. Yeah, my Mrs. bought ages ago when we were at the old house. She found this, like a barbecue smoke or pizza oven thing, and she just saw it on for like a really stupid price. She went, "I'm going to get one." I went, "Fine, yeah, whatever you want." And so, but of course, she's like, "Jordan," I went, "What?" She went, "I've been busy in the garage doing some bits and bobs the other day." I went, "Yes," and I had a look, and it was all good. And she started, and obviously, she left it precariously out at a certain angle that's half unboxed. And I'm like, "I see you made a start with the pizza," and she went, "Yep." I said, "Did you get bored?" No. I said, "Did you get bored and you want me to finish it?" She went, "Yep." It's like, no worries.
Oh, come on. Okay, we're trying to open it without letting anything out. Well, yeah, that's funny though, because I feel like that because Jordan yesterday was telling me, he's like, I've got to watch the kid. Theo's going out, and I'm like, and then she's left you chores. Do a pizza oven.
It wasn't
so does that mean
specific.
You're having pizza tonight?
Oh no, absolutely not. We haven't got time for pizza tonight. No, but at least it's built now, so now there's an option for doing pizza nights. Although,
so it is built.
Oh yeah, I built it.
Like, is it like concreted in?
Oh no! It's not a concrete one. It's a metal box one, but it's got it. So basically, you could actually use it as a smoker if you wanted, like a stand upright smoker.
Oh,
I'll take a photo. I'll tell you what. I'll take a photo and I'll post it on here.
So is it almost like one of those Weber egg things, where you can lift it up? And
no. It's like, it's not like it's actually. It's not cheap. It's not as expensive as that, Des. Come on, jeez. Not meta money, Des. But yeah,
as he said, he goes away and to the UK for 6 weeks, just
listen,
drinking beer and having fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm down to 113, baby. I'm nearly at my where I was, nearly there.
What?
I was 112 when I left, and I'm down to 113. I'm cracking on.
So you're pretty much a good poop away.
I'll tell you, not after yesterday, man, brother. But I had some. All right, because obviously I was a bit suffering. I was suffering yesterday, right, after my heavy night out in Auckland.
I thought when you said you got the haircut, the Auckland thing was coming up.
No,
it was already been.
It was Friday gone. So I ended up. I was a little bit precious yesterday. I shouldn't have really drove home, but I there was no other option for me to do, so I ended up driving back. Look, we
Damn,
got
son.
here, but literally, I was like, I need some grease. So I ended up stopping at KFC on the way and literally rung. And Ellie's like, oh, I don't want anything, but your son does. I went, all right. When Ellie said, I don't want anything, it means I do want something, but I'm not going to tell you what I want. I'm like, great, fab, crack on. So I ended up, I ended up getting myself like a Zinger Stacker burger on my own. Eddie got like a burger meal thing that he likes. And I ended up getting 4 pieces of hot and spicy boneless chicken. And Ellie had one because she was having leftover pizza from the night before, and she was like, "Oh, that's a bit spicy." And I was like, and I took a bite, and I'm like, "No, it's not that bad. Not in comparison to the Zinger Stacker, the supercharged sauce." But then
Yeah.
I ended up having the other 3 pieces. I shouldn't have had the other. My poor butthole, man. Jeez, especially with a full belly full of beer as well. I was just like, yeah, that was not the smartest of ideas yesterday afternoon, brother. I'm about to say. It was not pleasant, but yeah.
That's like, yeah, just like I'll just have a Vindaloo. It'll be fine.
God, thank God I had.
I must say though, I don't understand how, and that's one thing. If I say that to all my friends, I was like, here we always have a dirty, dirty kebab, as I like to always call it. But for some reason, having curry after you've been drinking, there is something that just hits different.
Having a curry, yes. To be fair, Ellie was really proud of me because she said how was your kebab on the way home from back to the hotel then? Because I stayed the night in Auckland. And I was like, oh, I didn't get one. She went, oh, I'm so proud of you. And I went, thank you, babes. Because literally, I ended up only having my meal. And then, because normally when I'm quite drunk, and I was very drunk, normally it's like, oh, I did get a kebab, like a proper kebab and chips and everything else. And then I wake up going, oh, why did I eat that much food at 2 in the morning? And it's now sat on my stomach all night, sort of thing.
Problem is though, I think sometimes though I do feel like sometimes it is better to eat something then because it just helps absorb it a little bit more. No.
1 second. Something I can hear something. I'm a bit concerned about what noise. 1 second.
Oh. So for anybody listening, solo dad Jordan obviously has his little man by himself. So I'm like, oh God, this could be dangerous. We could come back to him screaming, going, oh, we're going to stop the podcast because the TV broke. So let's see what happens.
Right. There we go. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, Eddie's got his friends over. They're playing tic-tac-toe with this ceramic set we've got. And that's why I'm hearing.
Oh,
so I could, when you hear that ceramic chime, you're like, why can I hear ceramics? So quickly run and check. But it's fine. It's just this game thing. That's fine. We're all right. We're all good. We're all good people. We're all good.
That's right. I was sitting there. I was like, we could have Jordan coming back and being like, podcast is cancelled. The little shit's breaking stuff.
No, we're good.
We need a new TV.
We're good. We're fine. We're all sweet. Right. Anyway. Right. So let's get to the unveiling.
The unboxing. I'm going to do that one of those unboxing where you just where you open the things and it could be like a fucking raisin. You're like, oh my God, this is the kind of raisin that I used to have when I was a kid. Oh, and then you put it down and then you never hear about this raisin ever again. Have you ever watched those videos, the unboxing ones?
No, I've never seen them.
Oh, so they're either unboxing videos where they're just where they'll take it out of the box and they're like, oh, it's pretty cool. And just all they want to talk
do you mean?
music.
All right,
And there's the ones where they react, and they're just like, "Oh my God, it's orange! Oh my God, it's alive!" And I'm like, so for anybody watching, you're not getting that.
We're not getting that, are we not? Oh,
no.
I'm sure we might get some reaction out of you though. I'm looking forward to this.
As well as we're getting exciting, it's not but it is. It's just I feel like it's just like you are literally playing this up just for the video. Like you do not care where you open a box and it's like you can see that it's got an Xbox in it. And rather than getting excited about the Xbox, you're like, oh my God, look, these are those plastic button covers for your thumbs. Oh, yes, purple's my favorite color. And then they start going, look how soft they are. And I'm like, bro, I can see an Xbox. Get excited about the thing in there that's going to be the Xbox.
No, exactly.
Because you're not going to.
I agree, absolutely. Yeah.
Butthole.
All right.
Okay, so what should I start with?
I don't know. Just there's a couple of items in there, so you can probably just reach in and grab one and pull out.
Because the only one I've got is the big bag. The big bag, which seems to be.
Oh no! Hang on. You won't. No, it's all in bubble wrap, so you have to pull it. You'll probably have to pull it out and then just give different reactions to the different things that you.
Oh, ow! Just pulled out my fucking headphones. I got one thing, which is the big thing.
Oh yeah. So if you it's open that.
That looks like it's something from Big Danny Reynolds.
Well,
Fucking
I went by
stupid.
the Big Daddy Reynolds store.
Yeah, I know. Pity you couldn't get like a cutout, life-size cutout. Oh my god, how do they take this?
I taped it.
Oh, that's probably why.
There's just one bit. There's just one bit of tape. It was just to keep it bundled.
No. Okay. Oh, and it's bubble wrapped as well. Okay, so the bag, there's nothing in the bag. That's cool. Oh my god, I'm having so much issues with this. Oh. Okay, so I think we know what this is because it's going to be sick. And I just dropped everything else because it fell out the other end of the bubble wrap. Is it what I think it is? Ah, it is. It's Big Papa Reynolds jersey. I'm cool like Jordan. Oh, that is fucking sick. That is absolutely sick.
Now you have an option to wear something other than black on your podcast.
I know. Oh my god. Okay,
Yes.
these things are the weirdest things. I swear to God, I reckon I was in the UK for probably 6 months, and every time somebody had these, I'd eat them, and I'm like, I don't know if I like them. But then I'd go back for more, and I'm like, and I don't know why.
The classic pub snack with barbecue hula hoops, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait, hang on. Something fell. Holy shit! Oh, that's the Bugman thing. So there is a limited edition Bugman thingo.
Exclusive to Warhammer World, Joseph Bugman, and you can either have him holding his axe aloft, or you can have him assaulting someone with a bar chair. As an option.
Being my job as somebody that has spent way too much time in bars, I have a feeling it might even be the bar chair.
There you go then. So yeah.
So for anybody that's looking, I'll take the price off. That's actually not bad considering.
Yeah, all right, and it's die-cast metal as well, so they still make it.
So it's the old school. I don't know if you can say that, the old school kind of lead ones.
Oh yeah,
that is sick. I didn't know they had this because my friend went there and there was like a little pin you could get.
Yeah,
and he ended up getting a pin.
Honest
and
to
I was
God,
like,
there's so much exclusive to Warhammer World, like pins, bags. They even do candles now. You can get candles. There's a Nurgle candle.
It smells like super glue.
Oh God, it was just.
I must say though, Big Papa Reynolds. It's actually really nice quality, eh?
Oh, it's a football jersey. It's standard.
Yeah, I know.
Standard fan issue. These are the same ones that the players wear, sort of thing.
I know, but the weird thing is because when I was there, I got a Man United one, and it just didn't feel as nice. It felt like really silky and gross.
Oh, that's the old style. Yeah, that's the old style. Tops. Yeah,
these are actually really nice.
But yeah.
Oh, mate. Big Papa Reynolds. Look at that.
Oh, look at him. He's so happy he's got his Wrexham AFC top.
That's kind of sick, though. Because they all needs is Roy Kent on the back.
I figured they did do a naming service, but they said, I can take 3 days. And I thought, I'm literally here for less than 30 minutes. I have not, because obviously there was match day. So they're like, yeah, you can come pick it up in a couple of days. I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to that.
Hang on. This isn't rubbish. I thought this was...
Oh, no, that's the other bit.
I thought this was rubbish. It's so fitting for Blackpool too. Come on.
My friends went to Blackpool and all I got was this lousy magnet.
That's sick.
There should be something else in there. I think there's one more item in there. There should be.
Is it?
Yeah, there should be one more item. Another classic of Blackpool.
In yellow.
Somewhere. No, it might not be in the paper. It might have fallen onto the ground.
Oh, there's something in the bag. It's got some weight to it. Oh, the old school rock.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
I got you some, whiskey and cola, Blackpool hard rock.
This stuff is great and horrible all in the same thing.
Oh yeah,
Number of times I've almost broken my teeth on this stuff. Man, I didn't even expect to get anything, let alone this much shit.
What?
Holy crap!
What? The amount of stuff you've given me over the years, I have to repay.
Not even remotely. The Wexen thing is amazing. This is fucking cool.
Wexham,
Wexen.
Wrexham,
Whatever. I'm Australian. We don't pronounce stuff like.
Wexham.
We get rid of all the plastic because I keep rolling over it, and my mic is hating it. I can already see it. That's sick, though. Well, what's weird though is for the first time in a long time, I'm actually not wearing just a plain black T-shirt.
Oh, look at that. That's from
It's sponsored by.
Homelands.
Oh, now I've lost my friggin'. I hate these headsets. It's got the world's longest cable. Look at it.
Jesus, why is it that long?
Well, because I don't know. Because for some reason, the plug in the back seems to work fine, but for whatever reason, it's got the world's longest cable. Because it said, we didn't have the one that you wanted. We've got one with an extra long cable. Is that all right? It's an extra like half a meter. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And it's like 16 feet long. Bloody. Holy shit, man. That's kind of sick.
It's all right.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know you weren't expecting it.
These are going to go down well.
Oh, no, I literally saw them and I thought, you know what, because of us, I was like, yep, stick them in.
The hula hoops are weird too, though, because they're one of those things that you eat, and the first few times you eat them, you're like, I don't think I like these.
Hula hoops are the ultimate, probably not the ultimate pub snack in UK, but they're up there, sort of thing. There's apart from Walker's Crisps, which Walker's Crisps is a standard, but there's a big rotation on all the time with them, so you're never quite sure where you get it. There is generally barbecue hula hoops, roasted peanuts.
And Monster Munch is all we have.
Monster Munch is always up there as well, and probably pork.
Those were the three.
Pork scratchings. There's always pork scratchings in certain.
Pork scratchings was a huge one.
Occasionally, depending which part of the country you're in, you'll also have scampi fries and bacon fries, depending.
Scampi fries.
Oh, scampi fries.
Is it
it's like pork scratchings, but the seafood version. It's a bit weird.
That's what I was gonna say about fish.
Yes, it's really strange. Because they do not taste right, but you're like, why am I still eating them though? They're still moving to my mouth. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'm enjoying this experience.
Well, that's what I found with the hula hoops. The hula hoops, I'm like, I don't think I like those. And then there's a bag sitting there, and you're like,
you see, the best way to enjoy the hula hoops is you take 2 slices of butter bread, you sprinkle all your hula hoops in the center, smash the other one down on top, and start chowing down. Hula hoop sandwich. Oh, there is no greater sobering up food in your life than having barbecue hula hoops smashed between 2 pieces of buttered bread. Oh, so good.
That is hilarious. So yeah, we're having a hula hoop chip buddy.
Hula hoop chip buddy. Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a hula hoop chip buddy. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really glad I got to you, sort of thing. Because when you said, it hasn't arrived yet, and I was like, well, I only sent it a week and a bit ago. I thought it would take a couple of weeks. And then when you said, I think this is from you, and I went, oh, okay, great, thank God.
Well, that was the weirdest thing because as I said to you, I actually got it telling me that it was going to be here in like the middle of October. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then when I got it, I ended up picking up another game as well. And yeah, I was just like, it's so bloody weird.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. But yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Like that's more than what I expected. The miniature is kind of sick too. Like I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah, well, they had 2 versions of Joseph Bugman. I've got that one that you've got. That's the nicer one, in my opinion. The other one I picked up for myself because I'm a completionist. I have to have the collection, don't I?
Because it'd be rude not to.
It'd be rude not to. I have to have the collection. So the new one is in the Fine Cast. Yay! Looking forward to working with that stuff again. But yeah, it's him half drunk asleep against some barrels, sort of thing.
Oh, that's pretty funny, actually.
But I'm gonna, I'll get it all built and prettied up. And
I must say though, as much as I like Finecast, like the miniature has so much detail, but the problem is nothing's ever straight on it. Everything bends. Yes, it is a nightmare to work with.
I was working for Games Workshop when they released it. Oh god, by the end of the first day, so it got released on a Saturday. Everyone was a bit hyped and non-hyped because the hyped people were the guys who were the converters, the ones who wanted to get this miniature and go, oh my god, suddenly I'm going to be able to cut this thing off without having to get
Yeah.
a saw to it and all this jazz. So people were getting excited for silly reasons because they can suddenly convert and make their dreams come true. Because the metal was always nice, but it was a pain if you wanted to convert. If you wanted
Oh
to
yeah,
change it,
even just cutting off a weapon,
oh
it would have been a
god,
nightmare.
it was a nightmare, and just the amount of times that having to teach a child about pinning. Like, can't you just use super glue? He went, you can, but it won't stay where it is. I'll tell you that right now. You need to put a pin in. Why do you need to put a pin in?
That was the weirdest thing is that so they don't come with their, but you know how obviously when you get the new models in most box sets they have like little arm pegs to make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they have that in the normal metal ones? It just seems logical because the
well,
weight of these things, you couldn't do anything with them.
Because of the injection molding process. Oh god, now I'm going to sound like an absolute dork because I do know all about this.
No, but I thought you'd inject it and use that as an entry point to be able to get it in to make it easier.
Well, no, but so either you lose it at that, but I guarantee you the amount of times that people would see it and think it's part of the thing and then cut it off, number one, would happen. Number two, even if they didn't have it as an entry point for the model, as the armholes or whatever, they would have it as there's no guarantee the pressure would get all the way to the peg, sort of thing. Even though, because obviously, and they can't put in any processes to have a full quality check of all the models that are produced. I mean, it happened we called it failcast by the end of the first day because we were told by the higher ups at GW that said, look, there is a potential that there are going to be bubbles and everything in the material. If the customer is really unhappy, just open up another packet and replace the part. And we're like, okay, sure. And we thought, might happen on the odd one here or there because you figured this is a big push that they're doing. You figured that they've done a bit of a... No, it was horrific. We had an entire box of opened, models with big bubbles in and all this jazz.
Yeah.
So we just threw them in that, and then we're like, at the end of the day, the manager at the time was like, if you see anything you want in there, feel free to have it because we can't sell it. So literally, I ended up taking so many bits home. I'm like, great, well, this is fab. I'm going to use this as a body for this and that. I'm going to cut this and use it as a statue. I'm going to make this into a ruins. I did loads of stuff with all the fail because it was like, it's still good. And to be fair, literally, I think it was like a month later, they introduced liquid green stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this actually solves the bubbling problem because all you have to do is dip a little bit of it into the you get a little bit of liquid green stuff, put it in where the bubble is, let it set, get a little file sander and go file done. Or you just
I must say liquid green stuff. I honestly think the only reason that came about is literally because of fine cast. Because I remember when it first came out, we had, I think at my local store we had like a painting competition for a fine cast miniature. So it's like you had it, and I bought one, and literally the whole face was gone. It's just a bubble. And I'm like, you serious? And then the guy at the time went, I don't have another one. I'm like, that's fine, bro. I'm like, so what do I need to do? He's like, you can either wait or I can refund it. You can buy something else. So I ended up refunding it. But yeah, the whole face was just this bubble. And I'm like, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, to be fair, this is about the 6th or 7th one I found where they've had massive bubbles in. Like the Aquila had like a massive bubble in it. It was horrid.
It is one of these things of, because it's all down to pressure settings. And because obviously you're dealing with plastic, you can't put too much pressure into the system. Otherwise it won't. But it's really stupid how plastic works under pressure. Sort of thing, But yeah, because we used to have it. I mean, working at a plastics manufacturer, I learned a lot about plastics manufacturing, especially extrusion molding, which is essentially the same thing as when you're producing something in a mold. You're extruding it because you're trying to force it into there and to do something and then release and all that. Yeah, it was always just fascinating. But yeah, Failcast is still, I still like it. It's just one of those things of, I know that when I'm getting a model, and it is fine cast, I need to open it up, have a good look, see if I need to do any work on it before assembly.
100%.
It's so much easier to do before assembling, sort of thing. It's like, right, I need liquid green stuff, drop there, right, sand, do all this, because it's already on all the supports, so you can easily hold it and adjust it accordingly, which is all good.
And the good thing is, though, there is a number of things you can do with it, i.e. that you can actually, like, especially because some of them, like, we had a few where there were bubbles in, like, for example, the chest or something, which made him look like bullet wounds. So it actually was like, oh, this is actually all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no,
But
and
like some of them are just
to
like
be fair,
next level horror.
I explained that to one of our converters because obviously he opened it up and he's like, "Oh, it's got bubbles in it." I went, "All right, pal, I'll go get you." He said, "Oh no, don't worry, I'm actually happy with it." I was like, "You're happy with it, bubbles?" Yeah, yeah, because I'm actually gonna extrude it out and make it look like it's an impact wound from a bolt gun. I was like, "Hey, that's a good idea. It saves you drilling into it." he said, "I
Yeah,
said,
100%.
he said, yeah, I'll just score it a little bit and make it look like it's done some impact damage properly." And I was like, "Oh, cool. There you go, sweet as." So, but yeah,
Yeah.
everyone, it is one of these things of the amount of times that we had to, obviously, the amount of times we were having to replace models or replace parts of a model because people weren't happy. There was another person who's like, "Oh my god, great, fab! I was actually going to be getting rid of this arm anyway." It's like, all right, okay, cool, no worries.
Is it still done now? Do you know? Because I remember seeing once where they wouldn't actually.
It's I'm not sure if they've changed the policy or not. I have never asked since, and
Mainly
most.
because I remember seeing one when I was there last, where a guy bought something back because it had an error in it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to send it off and get it, like pretty much
It
get them to look into it and stuff and they wouldn't do it in shop. He's like, can you not just replace it?
It's
He's
yeah,
like,
I suspect we've given the amount of hard work. I mean, they've probably got better processes in place now, I assume, but
hmm,
at the same time, you know that they probably minimize it. It's probably more pushback from the store because all the stores
yeah.
are not individually owned. You know, they're all owned by Games Workshop, but it's like figures on loss of stock and all that nonsense.
Well, I was going to say it
But
would
yeah.
be a nightmare because when you think about it, you've got like I've bought in 5 of these,
Mm.
and so far I've only been able to sell one, and now I've got none left.
Yeah,
Knowing full knowing they're popular, knowing that there's a fairly good
yeah.
chance that I could sell these 5, but now I
Well,
can't.
the problem that you have with that as well, though, is that Games Workshop were never too good at sending enough stock. It was always the one item they were like, "Oh, sweet, this is coming out. This is going to be popular," and they'd send us like two for the week. And you're
Yeah.
like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know how many of these things I could sell? Do you know how many players I have who are clamoring for this? Oh, well, they should pre-order." I said, "No, they don't want to pre-order. They want it
Why
now.
would
They
you
want it."
pre-order? Because you can just pick it
Yeah,
up on the day when
yeah.
they
They're
have the
coming
opening
down. They're
stock.
gonna come down. Just give me extra stuff. "Oh no, you got to pre-order it." I was like, "Oh." So we ended up having to advise so many regulars all the time. I was like, "Right, look, they'd come in on a Wednesday because Wednesday was the announcement day for
Yeah.
something, and we said, look, if you see something you really want, if you could come down and order it at the store, it helps. Obviously, not that obviously GW are taking the payment, but they see where it's come from, i.e., it's come from the
Yeah.
lodge, it's come from the IP from our store. Ding ding, it looks like we're doing something, and all that jazz. And most of the regulars easily understood that. They were like, absolutely no problems, we'll get it delivered. And I used to do it for. I used to they used to do all the login bit, and I used to say, look, I'll get it all ordered and squared away. Is there anything else you want while I'm on here? I'm like, actually, you know what? I
Yeah.
want that as well. Well, I've been looking at that for a while. Or they get an idea, and I'm like, "Oh, have you considered not that kit, but have you considered that kit instead? Because it's got this, this, and this." And I'm like, "Oh, actually, that's a good idea." Yeah. So suddenly, but the best thing,
Becomes an upgrade tool. But it
honestly,
does seem weird though when
yeah,
you go somewhere and excited because this stuff's coming out or these
yeah,
things are doing things, and then you do it and you're like, oh, I can't get it. You're
yeah.
like, what?
Honestly, the best thing nowadays, that the one thing I noticed that all GW stores have is that they've upgraded the internet point of sale terminal, as I would
Yeah,
call it. It's all proper touchscreen. You log in and do all that jazz. And the fact is that it's obviously because most of the stores are all allowed to stock Forge World, thank God. But the amount of
yeah.
yeah, it's that's just a no brainer to me. The fact is that they're allowed to stock Forge World now. It's just like yes, yes. All I think now is
Especially when you were
crying
the
of
same
how much
company,
I
like,
could have sold back in the day.
but it,
Although
it is it's bizarre because it's like, bro, you're the same company.
yeah,
Like
no,
it's
honestly
and I,
it was always a point of contention because like I used to work at the Oxford Street store, which is London Plaza.
yeah,
We were generally number two or number three store in the country for
yeah,
sales and everything else. And the reason why is that we were a good sales team, but we could never ever beat games Warhammer World. And they used to lord it all over us all the time. The manager of their store used to always he was I was never a fan of him. He used to be very sort of rubbing it in your face about like his sales and all this jazz, and everyone used to crop up with the same thing. He said, "Yeah, your sales are that good because you can sell Forge World." He's like, "No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
and
It's
also
based on
you're a
my team
destination.
my team selling skills are like top of the class." So he's like,
No.
"No." It's because you can sell Forge World. You've got an entire display. We can't. The fact that we're able to,
And no,
yeah,
no offense, though, even Lego World, I'm pretty sure that if you went to a Lego store versus actually visiting to Lego World,
yeah.
I know who would have the most sales.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh no. I
Mainly because of the
guarantee.
fact,
I guarantee if Lego do it the same way the Games Workshop do, I guarantee you the Lego lands. I know there's one at. I think there's one in Japan, there's one in America, and there's one in the UK. I guarantee those are probably the top three of the world all
yeah,
times. And then you probably have like you go into the country, any Lego store in UK is always going to be anywhere on the list, but never number one because it's never going to beat Legoland because it's I'm going to Legoland for the day. Well, guess what? While I'm here, I'm going to pick up some stuff. Hell, even Ellie picked up stuff when we were at Legoland
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's a destination.
because she's even though she's seen the botanicals range before, she's seen it before. You know, we've gone through, we've walked through warehouse. We've gone down the Lego aisle. She spotted the birds of paradise and all these plants and succulents, and she thinks they're always pretty. But it was amazing how we're at Legoland. She's like, I might want to get myself some of these botanical ones. Like, what? Since when? So she ended up picking up one of these little flower sets, and I said, "You do realize this is a gateway drug, right?" She went, "No, no, no. I'll just start off with just this little. I'm just going to get this little set. It looks pretty." Mm-hmm. Oh, we've all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. We've all
that's
heard
Games
that.
Workshop's like motto, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it's plastic crack, man. Plastic, you know, whether it's Games Workshop or whether it's Lego, we all know. Well, I'll just get this one set. Just this one set. Hence the reason why I have all this crap on my desk.
No, that's just one set.
Oh God! Between Wizards of the Coast, Games Workshop, and Kickstarter. Kickstarter is another bad addiction. Never ever. Honestly, this is a warning to all of you, right? Warning. Buying stuff off Kickstarter is a gateway drug. Okay, yes, it's like
I've been super lucky because I've bought a few things off it, but never that many because I've actually appeared on a lot of them as a reviewer. So it's been kind of nice that I've been able to get away with it.
Honest to God, the amount of times that I go on a Kickstarter and I'm just like, ooh, it's like of my League of Dungeoneers is rocked up sort of thing that rocked up while we were away. And honest to God, the box is huge.
Is it massive?
Like, it is like proper box, weight, but it's standing a bit taller than the box. And I'm like, why? Because obviously they put all the stuff inside to stack for transport because it's easy to do it that way. And now I've got to have to take it all out the frames and then put it into the box properly because I've got everything. I've got all the sleeve because I bought the all in pack because it was like I think it was like $20. And you get all the protective sleeves and everything else. I was like, sweet, that's what I'm getting.
I'm getting everything.
I'm just getting everything. I thought I was like, I'm paying $20 for delivery. Why not pay $20 and get all the protective stuff?
That's how they get you. Kickstarter, man.
Honest to God, but honestly, it's like, what's the next thing I've got coming? I mean, we've bought loads of stuff. I mean, I've been really good. I haven't the first one that got me was Exploding Kittens.
Honestly, really?
Yeah, I've got first edition Exploding Kittens. I've still got the box. It doesn't make the meow anymore when you open it.
Mine does because it hasn't been opened. Mine is literally sitting in a storage container with most of my things. It was because my biggest problem was part of when I first started reviewing board games, there's this massive market that seems very untouched with Kickstarters. I'm like, and no offense, Kickstarters seem to be coming out every week. And at one point then I was doing 52 to 54 Kickstarters a year. So I was releasing one a week. And it was insane. But the difference is though, is there's so many of them being released. There's so many great things. But the one good thing is that I never really spent much money on them. So I was like, thank
Yeah,
God.
I mean that's the thing. I mean, for you're a reviewer, so it works out massively in your favor, sort of thing. But yeah,
Thank God. Thank
it's
God.
especially when you're in the miniature wargaming world. If you like board games,
Yep.
Kickstarter can be a great. I mean, I've had some duds. I've had some duds. That's fine. You know,
No, you're right.
you can't. They all can't be winners. They all can't be. It's just law of averages, right? But
Hmm.
miniatures. Oh, if you're into miniatures in any way, shape, or form, stay off Kickstarter. Stay off Kickstarter. That
Yep.
it's like crap. And now I've realised what they've done is the miniature guys, rather than offering you a product, a physical product, it's now, oh, here's an STL file so you can resin 3D print or filament print.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh god, because I know I'm getting a printer. I think
I want one
I've
more than
picked
anything in my world.
I've picked out which one I'm buying at the
Is it
moment.
pro?
And
Is
at the
it the
moment,
Proton 8K?
I was wanting to froze on 8K. I can't
Frozen,
logically.
yeah.
I can't. Yeah, froze. It's Frozone or Forzone, however you say it.
Yeah.
I wanted that one because I know that's the highest recommended, like best one, like
Yeah.
user friendly and all that jazz. I can't justify the price for it here in New Zealand at the moment. It's like I'm not comfortable dumping that much money into something
How
that
much is
I've.
it? I'm trying to think of how
Oh,
much it
it
is.
depends. It depends. You can get because I'm wanting it with the wash cure station to go with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So I
100%.
want because if I'm going to do this, I want to do it properly. I want to
Yeah,
make sure
the
they're done
watch
properly.
statement is great, and one thing I do recommend is get the water soluble, like the water washable one.
Yeah, no, no,
Mainly just because it is like you go through so much alcohol. Because
yeah,
so for anyone watching, there's water soluble ones, which means that when you clean it, or you can use water. But originally, up until recently, there was a plastic based one that you could have to watch with isopropyl alcohol.
yeah,
So you would have people buying cases of this stuff, and then to the point where there was almost none around,
yeah.
and it was like, holy Jesus!
It's one of those things of actually in New Zealand, it's not that expensive getting a hold of isopropyl alcohol. It's not that bad. So I'm weighing it up which one I'm going to go, but I don't know where I'll end up. It'll be interesting. But
Ooh,
um it is like I'm not like I about to say I found like what is it the Mars I think I found a Mars 4 Pro and wash
yeah,
station. I can get that for just about $1,000 with the
yeah.
wash
If
included
you
and some
some
resin as
some
well. And I'm like, mm.
sometimes, like I know Anycubic doesn't always have the best name, but it's a great starter one,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and
that's
I
the thing.
know that they offer.
I've literally I've been doing my research now for a couple of weeks, and I'm like I'm pretty sure I know what I want. So I'm waiting for that. Obviously, I've got fine. Obviously, I'm just waiting for my finances to clear, and
Yeah,
plus I know there's Labor Day weekend coming up, so I'm actually like I maybe just will save, but then I'm getting closer to Labor Day weekend sales possibly. So
yeah, I know.
I'm
Especially in America, they seem to have
yeah.
some
So
really good
so
sales.
I'm
And
holding off. I will admit I'm holding off, but I know it's because I'm
yeah,
holding off because I know it's already I know that Labor Day is coming up and like we need a new barbecue because my one broke before we went away, and they was like, oh, we found this. She found this great one, and we hadn't had a look at it. And she's like, yeah, let's get this. And I was like, Labor Day weekend sales coming up soon, October. She was like,
mm,
yeah, let's just wait. I was like, yeah, I thought that too. I said, look, in worst case scenario, if it doesn't go on sale, we'll buy it because what we're gonna lose from waiting for like I think we're gonna wait like 3 to 4 weeks. There's
yeah,
nothing we're losing apart from time, and it's not like
yeah.
it's glorious weather at the moment anyway. So we're not missing out on barbecue time anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, so yeah, so
No, I want one because I've got actually got a hard drive full of resin
mm,
or 3D STLs that I've got, including one of them that is ridiculous. Where it's a what is it? It is a Rhino. It's what I've called a Rhino launcher. And because I do Angry Marines, which are just stupid, it's actually if I can find the photo, I'll send it to you. But it's a big dreadnought just throwing this Rhino, and it's 10 shades of stupid. And there's another one that I've also seen recently, which is a tank. And you know those? I don't know what they were, but they were kind of these tanks that had like these giant tracks on them that you could actually. So what they actually were, well, I didn't realize this at the time, but they've actually got on the top. They've got these like huge tracks where cars can drive, like, and they've got a truck there and they can drive over it.
Right.
And what it actually does is it extends it out over a gap, and then the thing drives, and then that's how they get the bridge across.
Oh,
There's one that comes up on a 45-degree angle that has a rhino, and they've attached like wings and stuff to it. If I remember it, I'll send them to you because they're just 10 shades of stupid, and I love it.
Yeah, you gotta love it, man. But yeah. So no, I don't even know what the point of the story was. We kind of really went off on a tangent.
That doesn't sound like us.
That doesn't sound like us whatsoever. But yeah. So I am gonna make serious, and this is a promise. I'm gonna make serious strides to watching the One Piece show this week. I've got no excuse. I have a week off between jobs. I have a week off between
he says
jobs.
He has no excuse.
I have no excuse.
He's gonna get sidetracked.
I have no excuse not to watch it.
There's no excuse, but there's going to be an excuse.
You know what? No, I am going to do it. I will watch it. I honestly, God, man, I have to. The amount I have seen on TikTok where it's like it's cropping up, and everyone is saying the same thing, which is. And it's all this meme of, there's this animation. You know, the best one I saw was this person who was comparing it, justifying it, saying, look, it's 1,000 episodes. We've not got the time or the commitment to watch this show. And it's like they've watched the live action series on Netflix and said, listen, 1,000 episodes. Like, listen, all we have to do is like, let's break it down. Like, we're talking at least 3 in an hour, right? 3 in an hour. It works out as this, and it's like 360 hours there. That's with no breaks. If we settle it down, it's like a month, and that allows us to have proper breaks. Even with binge watching and life in general, we're talking 2 months max. 2 months.
Well, that's one thing that they've said. So, for example, from what I've been told is that the live action covers episode 1 to approximately episode 97.
Yeah.
So in 8 hours, you get through almost 100 episodes. There is some rumors that everybody's saying that how they want it and how they think it's amazing and how they want a sequel, myself included. But they have said that the budget for this film for this series was 144 million, which is quite high for
that's high
Netflix
for Netflix
standards.
It is one of these things, and to be fair, it's like I know that obviously Henry Cavill has hinted that there's going to be a Warhammer live action, a Warhammer 40k live action series. And then the problem is that obviously us in the nerd culture have gone insane. Well, hang on. Ooh, are we talking in terms of Space Marines with Henry Cavill, or are we talking in terms of the Imperium, Ordo Xeno, maybe the Inquisitors, which would also still work, because then that way, because I actually personally think it'd be better not to touch Space Marines. I think you could have them seen.
How could it be to have Henry Cavill as like a Tau commander or like an Orc boss? You're like, what the hell?
To be fair, funnily enough, I saw a TikToker the other day who lost her mind because obviously Henry Cavill's been announced because they're doing Highlander again. They're doing a remake of Highlander.
Yeah, no, that was announced a while ago. I told you that a little while ago.
Oh, sorry, but basically this TikToker went, oh my god, and she was like, oh my god, I've just realised we're gonna see Henry Cavill in a kilt. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Girls have suddenly realised that we're going to get to see Henry Cavill in a kilt.
There can be only one upskirt shot, hopefully.
And to be fair, let's be honest, Henry Cavill in a kilt, he's not a bad looking chap. He's not a bad looking.
Just remember, Henry, you need to be a method actor, so you need to go proper.
Oh yeah, he probably will. Knowing Henry.
Can you imagine him spinning around a bit fast and that thing going up to mid thigh? That will be the most. Netflix will be like, we have 100 hours of Highlander already, and it's literally just that 30 seconds played over and over again.
Honest to God, it will.
Did we see something? Was that a nut?
It would break the internet. I think it would. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it right there because I've just realised what the time is. And yes, we want to say a big thank you to all our followers and all our subscribers. We want to say
for Jordan for buying me presents. Hey, I also did send you those 2 40K things that I was telling you about, and I need a resin printer.
You need a resin printer. Well, when I get my resin printer, I'll happily print you some resin crack as
Well,
well.
I might even just send you a hard drive. Like seriously, I've got a 4 gig hard drive here, and I
just,
think each one
just,
has about 15, 1.5,
just print me this off
1.5 gig.
Jordan and send it when it's ready in batches, please. That'll be fine.
Well, there's a massive ass truck that I want called the Big Rig, and if I've got a photo of it, but it's like next level insane. But it's called a Big Rig, and it just looks like this orc kind of like Mad Max kind of truck, and it's just ridiculous. Oh, here's a picture.
Right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say a big thank you. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. All our content is really helpful. It helps with all the algorithms and blah, 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 blah. As I've said, we are available on all good podcast forums. If we are not, please let us know. We are also, our beautiful faces are available to watch as a vidcast on Spotify as well as YouTube.
And jury's out on the pretty faces, but yeah.
Hey, I got a pretty face at least. That's the main thing.
That I will agree with more than the other bit.
And beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, about to say we are available to be reachable at Dorks Down Under on TikTok. On X. Sorry, I need to start getting my brain around that on X. As well as...
Did I say that when you Google it? I haven't actually Googled it.
If you type in twitter.com, it takes you to X. That's what it's called.
No, it's still, and the weirdest thing is, yeah, but it still has twitter.com as its username.
No, but it then goes to x.com or whatever it
is.
Yeah,
but what's weird though is when you click on X,
yeah,
nothing really comes up until about 4th or 5th down where it's like Twitter.
Honest to God, I'm just waiting for them to revert that because honest to God, I don't think anyone likes saying please find me on X. It's like just doesn't sound right. Anyway, so you can find us at Twitter. You can also find us at TikTok at Dorks Down Under. Please do like, share, follow, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back next week with obviously Jordan's rendition of what he thought of the One Piece live action series.
Oh wait! It's next? No, it's the week after that I'm not here. So
all right, okay, But
you might even. So if you miss next week, you may actually even have an extra week.
No, well, no. You think I've got time the week after with my new job? I'm busy, brother. Busy. I'm about to say I'm actually looking forward to having a weekend off.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
we'll see.
Anyway, peace out, guys. Stay chilled, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Talk to you soon.